The son-in-law of Food Minister Sujon Chandra Majumder died yesterday. It triggers a family feud over the reason of the mysterious death. The deceased Dr Rajan Karmakar was 39. He was an assistant professor of dentistry at Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. His wife Dr Krishna Rani Mazumder is also an assistant professor there in the same department. Dr. Rajan was rushed to Square Hospital unconscious around 4 a.m. yesterday from his Indira Road residence, where doctors declared him dead. A maternal uncle of the deceased, Sujon Karmakar, filed a written complaint over the death in suspicion over the reason behind the death, said police. The body was sent for autopsy after receipt of the complaint. Doctors at Square Hospital informed journalists that they found no sign of injury on Rajan's body and that he was brought dead at the hospital. They are claiming Rajan died after falling sick. Sujon Karmakar told the Daily Star, if so, his wife is a physician. What treatment did she give him? We have suspicion over how he died. They had been going through conjugal feud since their marriage in 2016, the uncle said. A colleague of Rajan told the Daily Star anonymity as allegation has arisen. We want autopsy to know the actual reason behind his death. Meanwhile, Krishna Rani Mazumder, wife of Rajan, and Minister Sadhan Chandra Majumder have been admitted to Square Hospital after the death of Rajan. Duty doctor at the hospital, Asaduzzaman, said Dr. Rajan had died before he was brought to the hospital. Claiming that the physician's death was shrouded in mystery, victim's maternal uncle Sujon Karmakar demanded a proper investigation and also an autopsy to ascertain what caused his death. He said Krishna made a phone call to her mother-in-law, Rajan's mother, in the early hours and informed her that her son died. Dr. Shania's Bari of BSM University Neurology Department said they also want proper investigation into the death of their fellow as several unwanted incidents involving Dr. Rajan took place in the past. We heard that Rajan was admitted to the ICU of a hospital after being assaulted 1.5 years ago, he added. Rajan's department head, Professor Dr. Kazi Billu Rahman, said Rajan's family demanded that an autopsy be carried out on the body and there's no objection to it from anyone. I've also talked to the minister Sadhan and he said he has no objection either. The couple lived in a house on Indira Road. We suspect he might have been murdered. We want post-mortem examination of the body, said Ovi, a cousin of Rajan. Rajan's uncle Sujon Karmakar and Rajan's colleagues who were at the Square Hospital also demanded post-mortem examination, but an argument started at the hospital as the minister's family were not agreeing to conduct the post-mortem test, claiming that Rajan had died from cardiac arrest. Police intervened later, were not giving the body to anyone now as different claims have been made over the death. Necessary steps will be taken up to the post-mortem examination, Sheribangla Nagar Police Station OC Janyanam told BDNews24.com. Dr. Humayun Kabir, General Secretary of Bangladesh Dental Society and Rajan's colleague, said he was one of the top maxillofacial experts in the country. He also said we want autopsy performed and the report published before his final rites. There is no way it was a natural death. We want to establish beyond doubt whether it was a murder or natural death. Sujon claimed his nephew was murdered. He said that Rajan's wife, Dr. Krishna Rani Mazumder, had called Rajan's mother at around 2:30 a.m. and threatened to commit suicide and ensure Rajan died too. He said he had no history of diabetes. His sudden death does not seem plausible. We want a thorough investigation to uncover the truth and justice for him. At around 11 a.m., Rajan's wife Krishna and her father Sadhan Chandra Majumder, the incumbent food minister, was admitted to Square Hospital under Dr. Pratik Dewane, a medicine specialist. Dr. Shania's Bari, Rajan's colleague and neighbor, said there is a track record of similarly mysterious incidents in his past which compels us to suspect the death. As his well-wishers, we demand a fair and thorough autopsy. News sources: The Daily Star, Dhaka Tribune, BDNews24.com and The Daily Independent. Thanks for watching.